at 79th and Maryland. We're told 2 people have been shot and injured.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so there's a new rapper from Philadelphia by the name of Skrilla. Now, Skrilla's been on his grind out here. He's been doing big things. He did a No Jumper interview. He's been doing a lot of features with some big artists in the rap game. And it looks like he was trying to expand who he was doing features with when tragedy struck. Because this reports coming in saying that Skrilla got shot. Now, Skrilla is from Philadelphia. And what makes him stick out is he's got this whole zombie, syrupy type of persona that he's got attached to himself, or that he personifies through his music and through his visuals, right? And the first thing when I looked into the guy that stuck out to me is this dude literally shoots music videos in the Allegheny, Kensington area. So Kensington, for people who know Philadelphia, people who know South New Jersey and those areas or whatnot, Kensington is the worst of the worst. Like, Kensington area of Philly is like an open market drug area, and it looks like something out of a movie, something out of a zombie movie at that, something out of like a comic. So it doesn't look real. It doesn't even look like you are in America when you're in Kensington. I know some people will be like, well, what about Skid Row in LA? No. Well, what about so-and-so in Chicago? No. What about Gary? No. When I talk about Kensington, I bet you wouldn't even go out to Kensington and you couldn't stand out there and not put your shirt over your face and try to breathe in that air after the first minute. You'd be that scared for your health. Plus, it is so many dope fiends walking up and down Kensington. It's crazy. It looks like you were in another country. I swear to God. But this guy goes out there and shoots music videos out there. You know, he goes out there and hangs out with the population that does open mics and stuff. So that lets you know he's a different kind of cat. You know what I mean? But what's crazy is him being different, not being afraid to expand and do different types of things, might have led to him getting shot. Because it's reports that are saying that he went to Chicago, one of the one cities you really just don't play with. You know, Rico Reckless has talked about this several times. Like, you don't go live there on your phone, tell people you're there, especially if you got any sort of ops or anybody you're into it in that town. They don't play around in Chicago. They coming to get their man, and they not stopping at any cost. They coming. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. Now, when it comes to Skrilla, he's in a weird position because there's a lot of things going on in Chicago and Philadelphia and a lot of areas in other cities, like between even say like Gary, Indiana and Chicago. It feels like op swapping. Like people are collected ops from other people that they're working with in music. Now, I know in the Chicago drill scene, hey, you do a song with the ops, you the ops now, right? But for somebody from another area to be doing a song with somebody, it seems a little overboard. You know what I'm saying? It seems like that always seemed off limits. You know, somebody from another city or state doing a song with the ops, it didn't always used to seem like they were automatically a target. But the rumor is Skrilla was there trying to film one of these In the Hood vlogs with none other than the Bloodhound gang. Now, the Bloodhound gang has a lot of enemies. They recently lost 2 of their prominent members, Lil Scoom, Lil Jeff, 2 of the biggest rappers out of their crew, obviously Lil Jeff being the biggest. But now you got Bloodhound Q50, he's taking up the mantle. But Q50, him and another rapper from Gary, Indiana, by the name of Skrilla G, who is like trending crazy right now on YouTube. I mean, dude is a bona fide star out of Gary. But they've got a beef right now going on with Billionaire Black, and they're trading shots back and forth, right? So I'm wondering if later on that line is going to be crossed as well, because you know, this really doesn't have anything to do with Skrilla, but you could see where things could get complicated, right? So now you have a situation where Skrilla is out in Chicago, and he's allegedly shooting a video with somebody's ops. Because somebody, if they run in a block, they got ops on the other side of that block, on the corner, around the corner, some down the street, all over the place, you know, between all these different gangs within Chicago and how it's broken up, right? Now, it's said that Skrilla was with the Bloodhound gang in the Bloodhound hood, and he's with a guy by the name of J.B. Bin Laden Vert. And he was shooting a vlog with Brandon Buckingham. Now, Brandon Buckingham is famous for doing the YBC Duel interview or a hood vlog, where YBC Duel had just recently, or it was around the time when YBC Duel had allegedly tried to dig up one of his ops' grave, and YBC Duel ended up losing his life, man. Somebody shot and killed him as well. So it's a crazy situation going on where, there might be a lot of intermingling parts here to where people are going to feel like offended or feel like somebody's they op or something like that, or somebody needs to go, and that shouldn't be the case, but that's the case it's seeming like in the music recently, right? So that's the story that's being told out there, is that he was out there, that Skrilla was out in Philly with Brandon Buckingham and their crew, and they were out there just chilling, trying to shoot with this guy named JB, and they were in Bloodhound's hood, and at that time is when the ops decide to slide on him. Now, there was a news report that was released, and it talks about people are saying is related to this shooting. I can't tell if it is or not, but it seems like it should be the same area. So, man, let's actually look at that news report real quick.
Coming in from the city's south side, Skycam 9 is live over the scene of a shooting at 79th and Maryland. We're told 2 people have been shot and injured. They've been taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, one in fair condition, the other in critical condition. You can see this is not far from a gas station. Police currently have the intersection of 79th and Maryland shut down as they investigate.
But now, since that report came out, or that news story, there's been some development, right? We've gotten more information about what's going on in this situation. So it looks like the shooting unfolded at about 2 p.m. in the 7800 block of South Maryland Avenue in Grand Crossing in Chicago, right? Now, police said that one of the victims was a 26-year-old man, and he was standing on the sidewalk in an area where he suffered a gunshot wound to his right foot. Now, they're not saying he was standing with a crowd of people, if it was a whole bunch of people filming or anything like that, but that would be, if you're looking to get your ops, that'd probably be a situation that could be very risky and very dangerous, because it's probably a lot of people out there if they're filming a hood vlog or something of that nature. And there's been a lot going on, because they're saying that this is the same crew, the people that shot at them, that shot at Skrilla and them, that took out Lil Scoom. Now, Lil Scoom was a huge story across all the drill media and all the hip hop media, because he was the second coming in that whole Bloodhound gang, right? So Bloodhound Lil Jeff gets shot and killed live on camera, trying to pull off a drill, man. He's in the act of shooting somebody, tries to run him down, ends up getting gunned down as he gets close to the house, right? He doesn't see the blind spot coming, loses his life as soon as he turns the corner, right? Because somebody is waiting there with a gun, right? Well, Lil Scoom kind of takes up the mantle as the next big rapper in Bloodhound gang. And these guys are all the younger, newer generation coming up out of Chicago's drill. So they got a lot to say, and they're trying to stake their claim. They're doing a lot of dissing. They're doing a lot of things that you might have seen a lot of the older rappers do back in the day, and still while also being in the streets. So it's a crazy game in drill music. In drill rap, it has always been this crazy situation and a crazy game like that. And it's hard for people to comprehend, even today, even though we've been seeing it, it looks like craziness, right? But there's a method to the madness, because those who end up lasting end up being the stars in drill rap, and you see they become the Lil Durks and people of that nature, right? The only thing is you gotta last. You gotta be a King Yella. You gotta be a Billionaire Black. You gotta be a Lil Durk. You gotta be one of these guys who could outlast all of this craziness and make it to the end, right? Well, they're saying this 26-year-old man, a lot of people think that's Skrilla. I don't know Skrilla's age, but they're saying that the man who was 26 that got shot in the foot took himself to the hospital, and he's in good condition, right? Now, what's crazy about this is there was a second victim also in the shooting. Now, a second victim was injured in connection with the shooting. A male whose age has not been determined later took himself to the hospital after suffering a gunshot wound to the head. He was listed in critical condition. So somebody got shot in the head, took themselves to the hospital, and they're listed in critical condition in this situation. Now, authorities said no arrests have been made in connection with the shooting, and an investigation is underway. So they're saying they're probably not, well, in this situation, it sounds like somebody either did a walk by or just ran out and did a drive by or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like the police are still trying to do their investigation. We'll see what happens with this. But a lot of people are saying this had to do with the whole Skrilla and Brandon Buckingham situation where they were trying to film a video, trying to get content, and trying to, put out the message of what's going on out there in Chicago. And what's even crazier is Skrilla's not even from Chicago. He's from Philly. So they're saying that one of the guys, who got shot, got shot in the head might have even been a part of the camera crew. That's one of the rumors that's out there I'm seeing, man. I don't know, man. This is crazy. There's a lot of people who are saying that, man, they're not too sure about, the validity of this, but I believe even Adam from No Jumper, he talks to Skrilla, and I think he's commented on this and has verified this. I'm not sure 100%, but if it is true, man, get well with Skrilla. I just got introduced to a lot of his stuff, so I'm not going to sit here in front. But what's going on in Chicago, if I was an outsider, I would try to stay as much out of that as possible. But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell. So that way you get a notification every time I drop this out content. And we out of here. Peace.